You have to fill out? No, I haven't.
It's pretty short. I think it's like 3 questions. Let me pull it up real fast.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Uh,
Did you figure anything out? Since those aren't normally just
the TA, he finally got back to me at about 2:30 today. And I mean, he had some questions, so I just followed up with some additional questions for him. Mainly, he said even though it may not be the distribution, it may not appear normal, it still may result or may produce good results.
Right.
So
it says just do.
Yeah, so I said basically our concern was, one, if we obtain more data, does it help with the distribution on the QQ plot? And 2, if the data is not normally distributed, basically what that does to our project and what we have to do. Do we just completely scrap it and do something else, or what?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to hear back what he says on that. In the meantime, I don't think we have to worry about that part of it until next week when we get to describe the data.
All right.
I think for this week, I think we just have to submit the data that we collected. I think, but basically, what I was going to do is just kind of look at the book and see, how like in the book it lays out all the steps for each of the scenarios it gives us.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I was just going to see kind of what they do in the book as far as what they do in the collect the data phase.
Yeah.
And just kind of replicate that idea for us.
All right, that sounds good.
The form to fill out is under the final project, the final project tab, or on content is under final project. And then just click on collect the data directions.
Sorry, I accidentally exited out of you.
Oh, no worries. What I was just saying is the form that we have to fill out is under the final project folder.
To collect the data, isn't it?
Yeah, collect the data.
All right.
And then it has the form there. I'm just pulling it up right now. It's slow for whatever reason.
We all have to submit one of these?
Yeah, this one says we all submit it.
All right.
Back on the first one that we filled out, we filled out the who's going to be doing what?
Yeah.
For this one, it says that everybody submits, because you submit your own individual data that you collected.
All right.
I guess is how they want it.
All right.
I'm having a hard time pulling it up right now. Oh, there we go.
I'm looking at it. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It says, did you, was there a situation that you did not anticipate? I mean, obviously we don't mistake some of the destinations that are not valid. But
yeah. The only worry I have about if we mention that is if we have to talk about the entire population, we may then have to go through and find out all of the different definitions or destinations that they don't fly to.
Yeah, let's just leave that information.
Yeah, because I don't think it's 100% pertinent, but at the same time, I don't think it really matters. So I don't know that we really need to mention that at all.
Yeah. So what are you gonna put for that? Pretty straightforward.
Radish describe where and how you collected. So I'll describe basically that we went to the website. We selected one-way tickets.
Yeah.
And basically the cheapest cost of the ticket to the destination on April 1st and July 1st.
Yeah.
And we didn't we didn't discriminate, or we didn't select only one-way flights. We selected if they had connections, that was acceptable also.
Yeah.
As far as situation not anticipated, I mean, other than the fact that they didn't fly to that particular area, I mean, other than that, if we think about like the ones that we did get hits on,
it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I don't think that really there were any issues with like the ones we actually got hits on.
Yeah.
The data, so yeah, I guess for the data, I guess you just submit your own,
The 10
or what I could have the data completely allocated on one document. You know, I could just always just send out the Excel doc. Here, I'll just send it right now. In fact, I'll send the Excel doc.
Yeah.
And then you can highlight the portion that you
I still got the portion that I sent you, so it just has.
Yeah, so ultimately you have that. I just know, like, when we submit the data for each of us, if he wants to see all of the data that we have.
Yeah.
Here, let me I'll send it to both of you actually. And then you can just highlight the portion that, I mean, it has your names on it, but you can always just like do extra highlight of the data that you collected.
Yeah.
Here.
This is all we got to do for this portion.
Yeah, I was gonna pull up the text real fast just to double check to see how they did collect the data, like in the studies.
All right.
Just to make sure we don't have to mention anything about really distribution or anything like that.
Yeah. All right, I got your email.
I think that one. That one should have all the prices on there for them. All right. So what I'm just doing, I'm looking at the text right now, like for the step 2, because we're on step 2 right now. Ultimately,
yeah.
See just kind of like how they've been doing the collect the data in the book. Because I think if we just kind of follow that format, then I don't think we can really go wrong with that. All right. The 2 proportions ones, the lesson for that, and step 2 for that. All it says is a sample of 66 females and 52 males were provided with PTC strips and asked to indicate if they would taste the chemical or not. So
pretty much 30 destinations were provided.
Yeah. So design is the first step, which we did. Collect is the second step, which doesn't look like, well, at least in this one, doesn't look like it's anything other than what we're about to submit.
Yeah.
Let me just look at like a couple of the other ones real fast. Step 2, it's blue the same. Yeah, we're collecting volunteers. Okay. Yeah, so we don't have to really talk about distribution all this one. That's going to be the next one we get in to describe the data.
Okay.
So when we could just submit what we have right now, and then like once we figure out with distribution, like if we need to get more samples, then we can just always, like in the next week one, mention the fact that we had to collect more data because of the distribution.
Yeah.
And that's something that we can mention in next week's when we get to describe the data. I think we can just submit what we have right now, and that should suffice.
All right.
All right, I'm looking at different one. Did you take the test yet?
Yeah, I did. What did you get?
I got a 94 on it.
I got a 90 on it, so I was
Nice.
happy.
That's good.
That's the best I done.
Very nice.
Sounds like you did good though too.
Yeah, it was good. I was kind of
That's good.
iffy about some of the earlier stuff because I was having a hard time remembering some of that stuff. But um, you know, all the later stuff that we did in this unit was all pretty.
Yeah,
It was pretty straightforward with the Excel documents.
yeah.
All right, so I'm just looking at just all the different tests in the book, and step 2 is pretty simple. Like it's just the data, so we don't have to really do anything. I don't think other than just selecting the data and submitting the data. You know what? I'm looking at what I just sent you though. I sent you the wrong one, I think. Yeah, I sent you the wrong one.
All right.
I sent you the one that has it all randomized. So I'm going to resend it right now.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah, you did tell me anyways.
there. All right, there. That's the one that has all the prices on it with the names. And so I think you just probably highlight what you collect or the part that you did and submit that
Okay.
for the third question. Attach the data you collected. Please include labels and any explanation needed so it's clear what your data represents. I don't really think that we need to. I mean, looking at that, do you think we need to describe anything more clearly?
No, not really. I think I'll just fill it out and it'll be good. And no, I think that it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the destination's labeled, the prices are labeled. The difference, I mean, we don't. I mean, I could add difference into that, but that's taken care of within the Excel document.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I could put the difference in. What do you think? Do you think it needs a difference?
Yeah. Probably if that's what the requirement wants. I'll just try and go ahead and do it online.
Okay, here I'm just updating it right now.
All right.
All right, I just here I'll resubmit it with the difference on there now. All right, cool. No, I sent it with the differences too. Um, Other than that, I mean, I think that's that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I think if we just attach that document and explain how we did it clearly, I think that should suffice for this one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think we're good on that one. Do you want to go over anything else? Or is that good?
No, I think I'm good. I'll just fill it out right now and send it then. If I have any
All right, man.
questions, I'll just email you.
Yeah, just send an email if we have any questions, and we can. And if I hear back from the TA, also I'll make sure I email too.
Alrighty. Thanks for
All
doing
right, man. Have a good one. I'll see you on Monday.
it. Alright, see you, man.